In today's video, I'm going to show you how you can overcome your fear of making the wrong decisions in your business. So stay tuned. So many course creators today live in fear of making the wrong decision. They're afraid they'll invest in the wrong program, hire the wrong person, or choose the wrong title for their evergreen webinar. So instead of making a decision, they shrink and retreat, hoping the problem will just disappear on its own. But when you are afraid of making a decision, you don't make a decision. And when you don't make a decision, you stay stuck. Growing up, I suffered from massive anxiety. I would put so much pressure on myself to be the best, win the award, and cross the finish line. All this self-imposed pressure made decision-making very difficult. My dad gave me a piece of advice that I still use to this day. He said, "Caitlin, what's the worst that could happen?" The goal of this question was not to spend time preparing for the worst. It was to highlight that the worst case scenario is actually not that bad. In fact, the actual worst case scenario isn't from making a decision, it's from not making a decision. Now, I understand that failure is a real possibility. You might make a decision and that decision may cause you to fail. But so what? Does failing at one specific thing mean that you are a complete failure at all things? Does it mean that because you tried and failed one time, that indicates you will never win? Can you think of anyone who has had massive success that has never had a single failure? Of course not. That's because they don't exist. If someone has what you don't, it's not because they failed less, it's probably because they failed more. But each time they failed, they viewed it as being one step closer to their goal. And you can do the same. Reframe what failure means so that you won't be afraid of it. You'll be able to make decisions quickly because you won't be avoiding failure, you'll be leaning into growth. Right now, some of you are worrying about whether or not you are ready to start automating sales with evergreen webinars. But the only difference between someone who is ready and someone who is not ready is that the person who is ready chose to make a decision, even though they weren't sure whether or not it would work out. The difference between a successful scaler and a worried launcher is that successful scalers understand that if they are avoiding failure, they are avoiding growth. They are committed to scaling their business, not to avoiding failure. If you want to learn more about overcoming your fears when it comes to scaling your business, make sure to join my free Facebook group. Click the link around this video and request to join. I'll see you in there.